Today, let's take a look at the 2026 governor's map based on the current prediction market. This time, we're going to use Kalshi, and the way we're going to fill out the map is if one side or the other has at least a 60% advantage, they're going to go safe. 20 to 59 is going to go likely. 10 to 29 is leans, and anything single digits will be a tilt rating. So this is the kind of thing that could change suddenly. When a new poll drops, sometimes the market gets spooked. And if you use Polymarket or Predicted, there could be some differences as well. This is where people are putting their money. It's not everything, but it's worth at least taking a look at. So let's go through the safe states. Again, at least a 60% advantage in each state. So I'm going to plug these in. We don't need to talk about all of them. But again, if a state is going to go safe, that doesn't mean the margin is going to be 10% or more. That just means it's very, very likely that it'll at least be won by that side. So there's nothing too shocking here. Even Michigan is going to go safe. Now that it's a two-way race, looks like Dems have a bigger advantage. Maine is also going safe. Pennsylvania also safe. So after that, as I fill out the safe Republican states, there's not a lot of changes on this map since a couple of months ago. But all these are going to go safe. Again, some of them are borderline, like in Nebraska. And since last time, we've got a new state going safe for the Republicans. That's Vermont. Phil Scott, of course, he's pretty much unbeatable. He's going for a sixth term. So now we get into the more competitive states. Likely is again between a 30 and a 59% advantage. There's not a lot of states left, but for the Dems, first we've got Arizona. The markets here are pretty confident that Katie Hobbs is going to win a second term over probably Andy Biggs. I pretty much agree that Hobbs is favored. She's not guaranteed, but I think Biggs is just not going to be the guy to get it done in this environment. The other likely state for the Dems is Wisconsin. This one I had as safe in my last video, but it went down just a little bit into likely. It's still really wide open here with the Dems. Republicans pretty much settled with Tom Tiffany. Republicans would love to pick this one up, but with Trump in the White House, the markets are showing Dems are going to be heavily favored regardless of the nominee. Now we'll do the likely states for the Republicans. First, it's Kansas. This would be a flip and a pickup for the Republicans. It's a pretty red state. Dems just did 2 terms here for governor. Even with Trump in the White House, the markets think this is going to flip back. Then we've got Texas. Greg Abbott here looks well positioned to win a 4th term. Again, it's not a guarantee, but it's clearly much more likely. Then in the Northeast, it's New Hampshire. This was almost safe, but Kelly Ayotte is just into likely territory for winning a 2nd term here. Finally, it's Florida, the open seat. Byron Donalds looks like he's going to be the guy, probably over David Jolly. And nothing is for sure, but Republicans favored in this increasingly red state. Let's go through the 5 remaining states one at a time. We'll start in Alaska. This one was between a 10 and a 24% Republican advantage. It's an open seat. There's ranked choice voting that makes it more complicated. Dems could have a pickup here. Something could change, but for now, Republicans a little bit favored to hold. Then we've got Nevada. This one was right at a 10% margin, and it was for Aaron Ford, the Democrat, over Joe Lombardo, the incumbent Republican. So very, very close, easily could go either way. Dems now with the small edge. In Iowa, now that we know that it's Zach Lane for the Republicans against Rob Sand for the Dems, this race is officially underway. It's unclear what's going to happen, but right now, Dems still have a bit of an edge. They're going to get it with a lean rating. If we jump over to Ohio, this one, like Nevada, also was right at 10% at the time I made the video. But which side is going to get it? Well, for this, it's going to be Vivek Ramaswamy with the edge over Amy Acton. So Republicans going to get this with a lean rating. The last state is Georgia. This was the closest out of all the states. It was only a 1-cent advantage on the market. I agree this is going to be a big battleground race. But at the time I made the video, the tiniest of all advantages is going to go toward the Dems, so they're going to get it with a tilt rating. And that is the final map. Dems coming out of this with 26 seats, Republicans 24. Dems would have pickups in Nevada, Iowa, and Georgia. Republicans would get a pickup in Kansas, but it's also really close in Alaska and Ohio. And even one of these likely or safe states could always come onto the map as we get closer to the election. Still getting through a lot of primaries, a lot of stuff could change. Both sides love to focus on polls where they're ahead and they dismiss the ones where they're behind. And right now, if Dems came out with this map, I think they would be really satisfied. They'd love to tack on Ohio, but if they got Nevada and Iowa and Georgia, that would look like a terrible night for the Republicans. So we'll see what happens. A lot of times, things are just unpredictable. But for now, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this governor's map based on the current prediction markets? Let me know how it compares to your map down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.